Why do celebrities like Nicolas Cage, 50 Cent, Courtney Love, and Wesley Snipes seem to look like they have it all? With incredible celebrity status, wealth, and a great life, while my life is nothing like I dreamed. If I had only known what the universe had planned for me on that fateful day, I could have easily sidestepped this horrible catastrophe. I would have avoided experiencing the worst day of my life. A day that almost killed me.
Earlier that day, I was reprimanded at work by my boss for my super low sales numbers. Nothing was working out for me anymore. I hated my telemarketing job and I hated my boss. How did my dreams of success I had as a young man go so wrong? I knew if I wasn't careful, I would get fired, and I had to support my family. No matter how hard I tried, I couldn't keep up with the bills. Life just wasn't fair to me anymore. Nothing I did seemed to work out. Nothing I did to change things in my life made anything better. The only thing I had was the love of my wife and kids. After work, my shitty day got 1,000 times worse. Right after a 30-minute rush hour commute, I saw a yellow note posted on my apartment's front door. The electric company was notifying me the electricity had been shut off. The electric bill was 2 months overdue. I couldn't pay because I didn't make enough money at my lousy telemarketing job. I crumpled up the note and unlocked the front door. I walked in. On the kitchen table, I found an opened letter from the landlord. Could this day get any worse? I read the letter. It said we had 30 days to move or pay the back rent up and this month's on time. If we didn't pay up, he was going to court to evict us. I thought to myself, damn it, this is the last straw. How could my life get any worse? Then I listened and I thought I heard a sob. Why was my wife crying? I walked into the bedroom. I was shocked as I saw 3 packed suitcases by the bed. My wife's eyes were all red and bloodshot from crying. What the hell was wrong now? I took a deep breath and braced myself for the worst. She looked up at me and said in a tear-filled voice, "The kids and I are leaving. We can't live here in this cheap apartment without any electricity or heat anymore. I called my dad. He wants the kids and me to stay with Mom and Dad now. If you don't get a better job so we can pay the bills on time, we can't be together. If you don't find us a safer place to live as a family, then our marriage is over. I'll give you 30 days to get a better job and a new place for us to live. If you don't do that by then, I'm going to file for divorce." Then she told me her dad had already picked up the kids and their stuff. Right then, I knew her dad had picked up the kids right after school. He didn't want the kids to see my wife tell me she was leaving me for good. I hung my head in shame. Deep in my heart, I knew any other woman would have left me a long time ago. My wife had tried to keep the family together for the last 5 years, but she had to do what was best for the kids. She was convinced I was a loser. And to be honest, I didn't blame her one bit. I mean, what woman in her right mind would stay with a loser husband like me? Then it all hit me. She had taken my kids away and left me. No hurt I had ever felt in life was as bad as this. Nothing could ever compare to the depth of utter despair I felt as I stood in the driveway and watched her drive away. I felt powerless and emasculated. My life had hit rock bottom. She had said I had 30 days. That's all the time she gave me. What the hell could I do to fix this horrible mess in a measly 30 days? I walked into the apartment and slammed the door in disgust. I opened the cabinet above the refrigerator and took down a bottle of whiskey I'd hidden there. I poured myself a full glass of strong amber whiskey. As my first gulp of whiskey seared my gut, even more pain ripped through me. My dad had always told me strong men aren't supposed to cry. Well, I sure as hell wasn't strong anymore. I wasn't a husband or a father that provided for his wife and kids anymore. Her dad had taken my place. I looked around me. I was all alone. My wife and kids were gone. I cried my heart out. 3 glasses of strong whiskey later, I had convinced myself to end it all. In my anger to strike back at myself, I grabbed a bottle full of sleeping pills. I put as many pills in my mouth as I could. I took a deep sip of whiskey to wash them down. After I was dead and gone, this horrible pain would stop. I thought, I really wasn't scared of dying. Then a horrible image flashed before my bloodshot eyes. I had an intense nightmare vision. I saw my young son and daughter with tears on their cheeks, looking at me as I lay dead in a velvet-lined wooden casket. My daughter was crying as she asked, "Mommy, why did my daddy die? How could he leave us all alone? Mommy, please, I want my daddy back." That horrible vision hit me so hard in my gut it forced me to retch. I puked up all the sleeping pills and whiskey all over the bathroom floor. What stopped me from taking my own life was this. If I gave up today, what would happen to my wife and kids after I die? What if my wife marries a guy who yells at and hurts my wife or kids? What if my kids hate me and curse me for taking the coward's way out and leaving them? I suddenly knew I had to stop feeling sorry for myself. I felt something deep inside me say, "Stop being a coward. You have to freaking do something to fix this. Don't let anything take your wife and kids away." I had to get my shit together and my head back on straight. I desperately needed my family back. I needed the love from my wife and kids. I vowed I would do anything to get them back. Then a weird thought popped into my mind. I want to become filthy rich for my wife and kids and for myself. We deserve to have this. My family deserves to have everything that is good and makes them happy. I deserved to reclaim the joy of being looked up to as a man by my wife and kids. I deserved to have a career I loved. I deserved to be a man I could feel proud to be. I hated people who say having money can't buy happiness. Maybe that's true, but I am absolutely sure that a lack of money can buy unbearable sadness. I was miserable and felt absolutely no hope for getting anything better for my family. I was at the lowest point of my life. I applied for different jobs in person at the local job center and online. I even placed my application on the Indeed.com website praying I'd get an interview, but nobody would hire me. Nothing was working for me. It almost seemed like there was a hidden negative force inside me blocking my success. That day, I came across a famous quote in my research online. I was trying to find the real reason why all this bad stuff had happened to me and my family. I was desperate to get out of it. The quote said, "The thing about life is that you must survive. Life is going to be difficult, and dreadful things will happen. What you do is move along, get on with it, and be tough. Not in the sense of being mean to others, but being tough with yourself and making a deadly effort not to be defeated." Katharine Hepburn. So let me ask you, have you ever woken up in the morning, got out of bed and stubbed your toe? Then something else bad happens and everything seems to go wrong all day. By the end of your day you say, "I should have stayed in bed." This is what happens when a negative force is running your life. I'll get back to the rest of my story in a minute. But right now, it's time for you to take a few minutes and think back to difficult challenges you've faced in your life. This time, think about how the challenge made you a better person for having lived through it. I know thinking about the past and things you messed up is extremely painful. It is for me too, but it's important for you to take the time right now to let go. Push those negative thoughts away so that the negative force is removed from those past memories. Each time you do this, you are regaining more of your own personal power. There are some things that you need to know about why bad things happen to good people. I figured out how to avoid this. That way you can be sure that whatever you plan to change in your life will finally work to make your life better. You do deserve happiness, but you have to stop kidding yourself that it will all work out. Your past mistakes do affect you in your life today, but those past mistakes do not mean that you have to keep suffering with guilt and shame. You don't have to let negative thoughts and past failures ruin the rest of your life. If you persist in remembering all those negative thoughts or feelings, then this gives the negative force more power to create more negative actions in your life. What you think is truly what you get. You need to be aware of the damaging thoughts that are taking over your life. The fear of failure is one of the strongest and most paralyzing fears we can feel. The fear of success may be just as strong. Sometimes it's easier to sit and dream about what could be than to get up and do it. Success can only come after you've made the first step. Everyone has this little voice in their heads that second guesses the decisions they make. That's why it's important to stop criticizing yourself. Stop condemning yourself for the small slip-ups you make. It's time to accept that you're only human, and making mistakes is a necessary part of life. Whenever you do something, you need to think in your mind that it will all turn out right. You need to see yourself as being successful in it, and then good things will happen to you much more often. Be sure to praise yourself when you do something right and good. You deserve to get some good vibes when you do good things and take credit for it. But that was not how I talked to myself. I was always thinking nothing would work out, and so nothing did for me. Remember this, if you think you don't deserve good things, then your subconscious mind will listen to what you say you want and give you what you feel you do deserve. The 30 days I had to find us a new home and get a better job were quickly ticking away. Then one day something miraculous happened to me, and it helped me understand it all. You know, if people knew how to avoid the negative forces forcing them to make mistakes and only bring good things into their lives, the world would be a very different place for you. That is, if you never worried about money or paying the bills because you'd have enough money. No fear of losing your job because you'd be working at something you love and are good at. No feelings of emptiness because you'd be doing something you're passionate about. No feelings of loneliness because you'd be in a relationship with someone you love. No fear of being alone because you'd have a family of friends and acquaintances. No fear of lacking anything you want, need, or desire you secretly have. Do you desire getting any one or more of these for yourself? If you've answered yes, then it's past time to do something about what you really desire and want to get out of your life. I have to tell you the truth. A big part of the problem was I always thought that if I waited long enough, things would change. Things had to get better. I tried positive thinking, and that never worked for me. I tried all the things I'd read about in the Law of Attraction book, The Secret, but the only secret I learned was that none of their secrets worked for me. I guess God or the powers that be, whoever they are, finally took pity on me. They showed me what I had been doing wrong that had sabotaged everything I had ever wanted in my life. The last day, when my 30 days was up, something weird happened. Nothing could have prepared me for this. What I found out was the right thing to do to change my life. Then the weirdest thing happened to me. I went to a sandwich truck near my house and bought my favorite sandwich and walked to the park. I sat on a bench and started to eat my sandwich. Ordinarily, if I was eating my favorite sandwich, it felt good, but not that day. As a big bite of my sandwich stuck in my mouth, I felt a huge wave of self-pity come over me. I thought, my wife is going to divorce me. She'll marry a better guy with a better job, and my kids are going to call him Dad instead of me. I accepted my fate. I was a loser, and nothing could save me. I finally gave up. Suddenly, big tears started rolling down my cheeks. Crying is a small word for what I was feeling. My body was seething with pain and grief of what I had lost. My shoulders shook with my sobs. Then I felt a hand touch my shoulder and jerked my head up. I saw an old man in his upper 60s. The funny thing was he was dressed like a celebrity. He had an expensive sports coat and designer jeans. I noticed the sparkle of a shiny new gold Rolex on his wrist. Then he asked me a question, and I'll never forget his words. Is it money, health, or love? I said, I'm sorry, what did you say? He asked again. You're crying. Is it because of lack of money, lost your love, or poor health? What is your reason for being so sad? Shamed by his question, I put my head down. Then in a sad tone of voice I said, it's because I'm going to lose my wife. She's the love of my life. I'm going to lose my 2 kids because of no money. My wife left me and is going to divorce me if I don't find a better job and a new place for us to live. Then he said, 30 years ago, I was in the same position as you are right now. I was sitting on this very bench, crying. I was planning to figure out a way to kill myself. You know, it's funny. I was eating the same sandwich from good old Papa Jacob's food truck when a stranger came and put their hand on my shoulder, and my life has never been the same. I looked at the old man and started to pay closer attention to what he was saying. He said to me, I'm going to give you the letter that only the richest people know about. Rich people pass this letter on to their blood heirs so they can live in the ultimate comfort and luxury. The letter contains the Tao about how to create wealth, celebrity status, and prosperity. The letter contains the exact secret which the ultra-rich, celebrities, and sports all-stars keep away from the average man or woman. Then I said, what is a Tao? He explained, a Tao refers to the harmony with the natural order of the universe outside and the universe inside. Tao means the way or the path. He said, the letter was given to me by a lady when I was sitting exactly where you are 30 years ago, at the same park bench where I was at the lowest point of my life. The letter changed everything for me, and my life was never the same again. Now I think it's the right time for me to pass the letter to someone who needs it more than I do. He handed me the letter, and as I took it, he said, I assure you that if you do exactly what the letter tells you to do, you will get your family back. You will create all the wealth you need to live in a home your wife and family will love. Then he turned and got into his black Mercedes and drove away. I never saw him again. This whole time felt really weird to me. It was like God or the powers that be had given me the key to the gates of a dream life far beyond my wildest hopes. I was holding the letter that held the key to a life of wealth, gratitude, and love. I was holding the incredible power in my hands that was the Tao of Rich. After my heart stopped pounding so hard, I took a deep breath, fresh air filling in my lungs, a flash of excitement spiraling upwards through my body as I carefully read the letter. I tucked the letter in my pocket and stuffed my uneaten sandwich in the bag. I got up and ran back to the apartment. I was so excited and uplifted after reading the letter, I couldn't wait to get started. I did exactly what the instructions in the letter told me to do. I'll give you a sneak peek into what it said. The letter talked about the supernatural and mystical connection between the heart and the mind, and how the heart and the mind communicate with each other and the world around you. The letter said a baby's heart is developed inside its mother's belly even before the mind. That is why the heart is more powerful than the mind to determine if a person becomes rich or not. That the heart enters into a mystical state to pull whatever a person wants towards them. Think of it like pulling metal filings with a magnet. You use the mind as a tool to put your heart in this pulling state. For example, your heartbeat on the monitor goes from this chaotic state. When you get into this state of pulling, you can literally pull things towards you. The heart has a powerful electrical field. This can be seen on a heart rate measuring monitor where you can actually see this state of pulling. I read how the instructions in the letter are used to decode the dialogue between the heart and the mind. I know it sounds like a science fiction movie scene. I was extremely skeptical, but today was day 30 and I had nothing to lose. So I gave it a try. At first it felt a bit weird, but suddenly everything that was bothering me felt a whole lot different. It was like a huge weight had lifted off my shoulders. I don't know how, I just knew this, but I felt confident I was going to get my wife and precious kids back. Anyways, I followed the instructions the letter said to do 3 times a day. It was a Monday, the 30th of the month, and I was back at work making cold calls. I had a target to sell 30 copies of an online sales product every month, and I was way behind on my quota. I knew I was in danger of getting fired, or at least reprimanded by the boss, if I didn't sell 30 copies before the end of today. All I can say is what happened next is really bizarre. I remembered the instructions in the letter. On my next call, right after I finished my sales spiel, the guy on the phone says, "Okay, I want to buy 32 copies, one for every member of my team." That meant I would sell enough in one call to cover my entire quota for a month. I was so stunned, I couldn't say a word for 10 seconds. Then the guy on the phone said, "Are you there?" I said, "Oh yes, I'm sorry, I'll be happy to help you with this order." I processed his order. I had made 32 sales at $250 commission for $8,000. My boss and coworkers were blown away. They didn't know about the letter as I had never told anyone about it. I was the guy at the office. Even my boss acted nice to me for a change, only because he didn't want to lose his best-selling cold caller. I saw a new respect in my coworkers' eyes when they would talk to me. I felt like a winner. That night, I drove to my father-in-law's house and told my wife the good news. She burst into tears and told me how proud of me she was. A short while later, after I got my family back, my wife and I were able to buy a new house with a big backyard for the kids and a pool. In time, I kept doing what the letter told me to do, and I earned enough money to buy my wife and myself the luxury cars we had always wanted. 1 year later, I quit working as a cold caller. I started my own telemarketing company, selling software to small businesses. What happened to me made me feel that miracles can happen and that strangers do care. So I give to charity because I'm so grateful for the stranger who helped me change my life for the better. Nothing could have prepared me for how good my life is now. Today, I want to give back to the world, and that includes more prosperity for you. I took the instructions in the letter and combined it with today's scientific discoveries in sound healing and sound engineering with added yogic sounds and ancient chants to put together what I call the Tao of Rich, the letters way to wealth, love, and prosperity. The Tao of Rich reveals the secrets the rich don't want you to know. I'm giving you the keys to a better life. Once you have your hands on the mystic secrets inside the letter, you can pull more wealth, love, health, and prosperity in your life. The Tao of Rich program uses the mystic principles of the heart and mind and the techniques of pulling from the letter. I combined these unique principles with sound healing and yogic sounds and ancient chants to create the super mystical state of heart-guided audio. To get ready, all you need to do is think about anything you want to do or have. Then simply listen to the Tao of Rich guided audio for 9 minutes, and you'll be placed in a state of pulling and receiving new abundance almost instantaneously. As you relax and listen, I'll guide you to remove any negative forces and instill positive forces deep within the depths of your heart. It's like a magical rope that appears, which is attached to the goal you want in your mind and literally pulls it with the speed of a bullet train. You can use the Tao of Rich to pull anything to you. The Tao of Rich is not just to pull money. You can use it to lose weight and have the money to buy and wear sexy clothes. You can use it to get a luxury car. You can use it to find a loving partner. You can use it to gain excellent health too. The Tao of Rich works to pull anything you want towards you. To make sure you were successful, I wrote a companion guide called The Tao of Rich Explained. This guide explains how the Tao of Rich works to ensure your success. Have you ever seen celebrities and sports all-stars that seem to have everything a person would want? Money, fame, fortune, their name on everybody's lips? And then you hear they go to jail for a drunken driving charge, or get caught having a steamy affair and get divorced and lose the love of their life? Or they squander their money in bad investments with unscrupulous people and end up losing all their money? It seems like some celebrities and sports all-stars are sabotaging their success. Well, they do. Why do celebrities like Nicolas Cage, 50 Cent, Courtney Love, and Wesley Snipes seem to look like they have it all, but end up in messy divorces, losing their celebrity status, and going bankrupt? They don't think they deserve all this good stuff, so their subconscious makes them do dumb things. That way they lose everything they think they don't deserve, so they end up with a lot of nothing. No money, no fame or popularity, no prestige, no lover. They lose everything and have nothing, just like when they started. If you think you don't deserve good things, then your subconscious will listen to what you say you want. Your subconscious mind gives you what you feel you do deserve. Have you ever noticed how a person can be a heavy drinker, smoker, or abuse their body with drugs and yet live to a ripe old age? While a person can eat and exercise to stay healthy and get cancer and die before they reach 40? Or how a person can be so charismatic they can trash their relationship one week and find a new relationship with a great person the next week, while other people never find love? Or how a person saves every penny they can for retirement and dies of a heart attack the day after they retire? There are reasons such weird occurrences take place. And the phenomenon behind why this happens and how it affects a person's life is inside the Tao of Rich. And that's why the rich and famous celebrities and sports all-stars love using it too. The Tao of Rich, the letter's way to wealth, love, and prosperity. Listen and achieve anything you can dream. And you can achieve anything humanly imaginable in record time just by listening to the Tao of the Rich guided audio for 9 magical minutes. As you listen, you will hear me reveal all the mystical teachings given inside the letter and what I discovered after I did my scientific research on why it works. Listen to the Tao of Rich guided audio every morning and enter the mystical state of pulling and instantly pull anything you desire towards you with unstoppable force. Now, you are probably wondering how much the Tao of Rich is. I will tell you the cost of the flights to Asia to meet with the yogis and the expensive sound equipment and paying a remote sound tech to record their chants wasn't cheap. Then add to that the cost of paying expert sound engineers to create the guide audio and spending weeks creating the perfect state-of-the-art audios was pricey. I have spent over $50,000 on the production costs alone. I'm so grateful to the letter and for everything it's done for me in my life. I realized the next step on my journey was to pay it forward by sharing the letter with as many people as possible, so they could stop the negative forces holding them back and start living the life they've always dreamed of and deserved. I made it my personal mission to share everything I'd learned about the letter and my mystical research with you, so you too could attract a life beyond anything you can imagine. I was inspired to create the Tao of Rich program with all the love and passion I possess, so as to make this deal even sweeter. I've combined NLP, which is neuro-linguistic programming, with the law of vibration and the heart-mind-body-soul technology to create Delete It, 4 steps to break free from any negative pattern or disempowering habit. Premium Bonus 1. Delete It. Delete It is a 4-step technique to help you delete negative patterns of sadness, doubt, worry, procrastination, anger, past failures, and heartbreaks. Delete It helps remove limiting beliefs that hold you back and keep you stuck in negativity. We created Delete It so you can get the full effect from pulling. If you think you're unlucky or always wonder what people will say or have trouble procrastinating, Delete It will replace it with empowering new beliefs, which will push you towards your ideal self-image and its supporting desires. The skill you will be able to use inside Delete It is used and recommended by psychologists and NLP practitioners the world over who charge $150 to $300 per hour. Premium Bonus 2. The Millionaire Myths. The Millionaire Myths Report. 11 myths the millionaires want you to believe about how to make wealth and keep it. Inside the Millionaire Myths Report, I pull back the curtain and reveal the 11 myths about money and how to make it. I discuss how the banks and government institutions keep you poor and how you can get on the right path to massive wealth. Premium Bonus number 3, the Mind Map. The mind map covers the entire Tao of Rich program. The mind map explains in easy-to-understand graphics how the Tao of Rich program works and each of the action steps you need to do to take full advantage of it. The mind map goes with you. That way, you can save it to your mobile device, desktop computer, or print it to keep it with you to keep you on track. Premium bonus number 4, the Tao of Rich Platinum Membership App. The Tao of Rich Platinum Membership app has a suggested retail price of $99 per month, but with your order today of the Tao of Rich, is yours for absolutely free for life. You simply download and install the app in your mobile device with one click. Then you can listen to the Tao of Rich guided audio or read Tao of Rich book at your leisure. It's got ongoing controversial reports, mind-boggling videos, guided audios, and tons of cool free stuff. You get the entire Tao of Rich program. The Tao of Rich program works and includes all the action steps to take control of any negative thoughts or forces that are holding you back from the life you've always deserved. You get it all. Your Tao of Rich program includes the Tao of Rich book, worth $297, the Tao of Rich guided audio, worth $497, your exclusive premium bonuses, Delete It, $499, free, the Millionaire Myths Report, $197, free, the Tao of Rich Mind Map, worth $97, free. The Tao of Rich Platinum Membership app, $99 for 12 months, equals $1,188, free. You get all 4 premium bonuses valued at $1,981, absolutely free. The combined value of the entire Tao of Rich program is just $1,587 plus $99 a month times 12 months is approximately $2,775 in a year. We want to make the Tao of Rich program affordable for everyone who needs it to get a better life can have it. We want to spread the love and joy of experiencing pulling. So we're almost giving the Tao of Rich program away at the ridiculously low investment price of only $67. But wait. Since we would love to hear of your phenomenal success with the Tao of Rich program, we've decided that for a very limited time, we're giving a special Corona discount. That means we are slicing $30 off the regular price to only $37. You'll agree, that's more than a fair price, isn't it? We'd love to have you share your new success on the Tao of Rich Platinum app, but only if you feel comfortable doing so. We would love to hear from you. Act now to reserve your copy of the Tao of Rich program by pressing on the button below, and you will instantly receive all 4 premium bonuses valued at $1,981 with my compliments. And to make sure you feel good about trying this, I want to take away any doubt you might have right now. Your 100% satisfaction is guaranteed. I'm so confident you'll get results and the Tao of Rich program will be exactly what you've been looking for. I'm offering an unconditional 100% 60-day money-back guarantee. You've got 2 full months to check out the program. Use it to get rid of the negative forces and get a better life. Simply listen to the guided audio, then follow the steps to help you eliminate negative thoughts and replace them with positive, life-affirming ones. Once you listen to the Tao of Rich guided audio, you'll feel a marked difference in the number of good things which simply appear in your life, and all without any hard work or effort on your part. And if, in the unlikely event after 2 months, you're not fully satisfied with your purchase, you'll get a prompt and courteous refund of every cent you invested. You simply can't lose. You have nothing to lose except all those bad things holding you back from getting what you deserve. What other people say about how the Tao of Riches changed their life. I love that I have this new peace at heart, that no matter what I will touch, it will turn into gold, because you cannot possibly fail when you're working with your heart's energies. Robin. I was homeless for a month. I listened to the Tao of Rich and its teachings, and I have been able to buy my own house. Now, I'm helping other homeless friends get back on their feet. Michelle. If I didn't get my hands on the Tao of Rich and had gone to heaven to realize what level of opportunity I missed in my life on earth, I would still have regretted it, even in heaven. Adam. Are you ready for a big change for the better? Right now, you know what you've been doing hasn't worked well for you, and you wish you could change things. So what would it be worth to you to be living your dream life? What if, tomorrow, you woke up to living in a home you loved, with an amazing career, and people who love and care about you? Picture right now living a brand new, amazing life. You could get it simply by listening to the Tao of Rich guided audio for only 9 minutes. Simply do this every morning and you can get off to a positive, more powerful day, seeing lots of great things coming your way, pulling anything you wanted to, all the money you ever need, a fabulous career doing work you love, a loving relationship with a devoted lover, all the good health you ever wanted, and anything else you want, need, or deserve would be pulled to you with almost no effort by you. And it's time to get started. You have one chance to get everything you want. You will never get this chance ever again. This is your last chance to make your life so much better than it is right now. Why struggle when you don't have to? When you have the Tao of Rich, you can have it all. I promise you, when you start to see all those new and exciting opportunities appearing in your life, you will know and believe what I say is true. You have the power to grab your dream life or let it pass you by. Whether you continue to stay just over broke, in a dead-end job, suffering a loveless relationship, or in poor health or not, only you can decide to make the choice. So please try the program. Put it to the test in your life. Connect with the app and let us know how it changed your life for the better. Use the program for a full 2 months and then enjoy your new prosperity and keep the change. Simply click the button below to reserve your copy of the Tao of Rich program right now. You can enjoy an explosion of good things pulled with no effort into your life. Get ready. Click the button below to unlock the phenomenal power of pulling into your life starting right now. Still thinking about getting this? Question 1. How do I access the program? What happens after I purchase? Once you click the button above, you simply fill out the order form to complete your purchase. You'll be asked to fill in your email so we can send you secure and encrypted members-only access to the members area. There you can download the app and guided audio program and all the bonuses to your computer and all your devices. You will also receive an email with a link to this page and details on how to contact us should you ever need to access it again or contact us for any reason. The program and bonuses are compatible with all devices, so you can read them on your computer, your tablet, and your smartphone. You can also print the books and bonuses out if you prefer. Question 2. How do I know my transaction is secure? Your purchase is processed by ClickBank, the most popular processor for digital and information products in the world. ClickBank uses the highest level 256-bit encryption process to ensure your transactions are safe, secure, and private. ClickBank does not store your confidential information on their servers, so there's no risk of a privacy problem at all. ClickBank guarantees your purchase with a 60-day, no questions asked, hassle-free money-back guarantee. So if you're unsatisfied in any way, you can get a full refund. Question 3. Does the universal wave really work? The Tao of Rich program shows you how to take advantage of positive mental attitude shifts to leave behind old self-defeating patterns that have been keeping you stuck where you are. Then, by listening to the guided audio for 9 minutes a day, you can get your day off to a more positive start and enjoy pulling more good things your way. Question 4. How is this different from all the advice out there on using the law of attraction to manifest what you want? The law of attraction is difficult for most people to understand and use to make their lives better. That's why we created the Tao of Rich for you. Your heart and your mind communicate. Your mind has negative thoughts which need to be cleared to allow for the pulling action to work. The program's audio guide, main book, and bonuses work together to help you remove negative thoughts and push them out of your mind. Once you do this, more positive thoughts and actions will naturally occur, and your life will change for the better without much effort on your part. As you listen to the guided audio every morning, your positive thoughts are amplified, and the pulling action will work to bring you more of what you want, faster than you ever thought possible. Question 5. What if it doesn't work for me? While I'm confident the Tao of Rich program will help you experience more goodness in all areas of your life, if you don't use it, then it won't work for you. If, for whatever reason, it's not for you, that's fine. ClickBank gives you a 60-day, no questions asked, 100% guarantee. Simply email customer support at support@taoofrich.com or open a support ticket with ClickBank within 60 days and you'll receive a prompt and courteous refund. I hope I've answered all of your most pressing questions, and I hope I've given you everything you need to make the decision to get your own copy of the Tao of Rich program. It's time to see for yourself the kind of dramatic success and change possible for you. Nothing can happen to make your life better until you make a decision to get this. Now is the time to act. Simply click the button below to access the Tao of Rich right now and unlock the power of pulling and bring more wealth, more love, and more prosperity into your life. It's time to get all your heart desires. Just listen 9 minutes a day and achieve anything you can dream.